First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die?
All right. Going to test the settings, mainly looking for audio feedback. Sounds on your end. Regular, not even test live. So if you're in the chat, go ahead and let me know how my audio sounds on that end. We don't want stamina either. I don't think I killed that. I don't even know why I'm running over there. I could just admin tell. Kill this guy once he loads in. Catch up here. Because someone asked recently about how long it took in live for to kill From versus now. Haven't killed anything yet. They want to do damage to them. We're just goofing off anyway to see what the audio settings. Turn my volume down or up. Also want to know if my voice cuts out at any point in time. So I'm using a software to run it through, so for some reason you can't hear me at some point in time. Just follow back, let me know. Alright, kill it, Chica. It's gonna take forever. Look at her just walking away. Down over there. Miss. Aggro, there we go. It'd take like 4 minutes for her to kill it. Absolutely ridiculous. Out here. I am messaging people, trying to get people here to tell me. Hey Nitty, go man. You can't see anything. Can you hear me? Weird, I see it just fine on my end, buddy. Let me know if that gets sorted out for you, Nitty. Hear me? Can you still not see anything in the stream? I just logged onto the page and it's showing me video on the page. I'm just doing a settings test right now to make sure I have all the settings correct, so any feedback you have is appreciated. Minutes for her to kill him here. He's got her backed way up into that corner. Oh, jeez. Oh, nice. Good. I'm glad you can see it now. Hear it. Does the audio sound alright? The audio volume from the game isn't too loud for my voice or anything like that? Cool. Yeah, good. Quality's okay? Looking alright on your end? It's after the refresh. Come on, kill it already. Battle on the planet with this Sword of Crom right now. I loaded up the wrong game too. Live version right now. Oh look, Anders chess piece. All right, I'm gonna load up Test Live. Cool, man. How you been? Been good? Game. Seen the Sword of Crom since the Test Live came out. Ah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you watching the videos. Change. See this new skill that they put on makes the durability like really. Not sure if I like the new kits or not. Hey William, how you doing, man? Just doing some testing mainly on audio and the visual for live stream. Just getting it officially set up. So any comments about volumes between the game and my voice or quality of the audio, please feel free to. Yeah, so I'm not sure I like the new kits, the legendary. This one does the damage and the armor pen, but it destroys the durability on this stuff. And I don't know that it gives you all that much more stats even, like. Yes, I am on OBS. Volume sounds muffled. My voice volume or the game volume altogether. Got a couple of different options, ways that I can change. I don't even know why I'm involved in this fight. She's gonna kill him in like 30 seconds. The voice volume sounds muffled. Do you think it sounds low compared to the game volume or just muffled in general? He's kind of getting wrecked right now. Let's see what options I have to... I'm gonna let her finish killing this guy. These guys all respawn right away because I have my respawn rate set really high. Like I have my hand in front of my mouth? Okay. Interesting. This may make a sound. I'm gonna move my microphone here, guys, so hopefully it doesn't blow your ears out, but moving now. Okay, so what do we think about this? Does this sound better? It's going to be kind of crazy because there's a lot of volume in the game right now, so it's probably a pretty good test. Alright, let's get away from this and get where I've got pretty much just my audio. Alright, so that should be, for the most part, just my audio. Maybe a little wind sound from the game in the background, but not a whole lot of noise. Oh, there's a ton of noise. I just put my headphones on. Yeah, I do some post-editing on my audio for my YouTube videos, so probably be pretty hard to get these as clear as that. But I am not familiar with the program that I'm using right now, so I may be able to do some tweaks in it and make it a little bit better. But it is bearable as far as you guys feel. I died. I can raise them, like raise my volume levels, you think, Nitty? I think my mic is actually maxed out right now, at least in OBS software. Let me see what I can... I'm gonna totally cut the audio from the game because I'm out of it. Not sure how much I can change this in... this. I'm going to change it to 4800 kilohertz, which I think is DVD quality for audio. So let's see if that makes my mic any better. I'm not sure I want to change the volume of the game just because really at the end of the day it'll be more background noise than anything. As far as the video quality coming through, guys, is it... holy smokes. Does it look like I'm not dropping frames or anything like that, as far as you guys can tell? Well, that actually is a pretty big jump, I think, from what that weapon is normally. So, alright, so 1440 durability. and 76 and 9 with that master kit on there. It goes down to, I mean, under 400. Let's fix it up. That way we know for sure here. You can tell I'm still not used to the PC stuff. So 240 durability. So you lose so much durability, but 81 and 21%. That's kind of nutty. Awesome. Anything you guys want to see real quick in the test live version? Pretty much just get on to test the audio, but I'll hang out for a minute if you guys want to see anything. Be doing a live stream at some point tomorrow. Still not sure whether I should do. So they announced that this whole thing, the DLC, the patch, the update is all coming out on September 3rd. And I don't know if it makes any sense whatsoever to do a live stream on the test live stuff now. So I may just end up live streaming for fun. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to end up doing, but if you guys want to see anything while I'm on right now, I'm happy to run around and do that for you. Oh, you know what you gotta see. Let's see, do I have it on me here? This right here. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet or not. Let's see if we can find somebody that's named here. If not, we can just spawn someone in. Oh look, there's the lone fisherman out there on... We'll go knock him out real quick.
Did you see that?
I don't know, you wanna see this though? 2 hits. Bye, Felicia. So that's the current state of the advanced blunted weapon kit. A 2-hit, and those were light attacks that I just did as well. Yeah, the new weapon oils are an interesting thing, and let's see, what do I have here? This is Oil of Agony. So here's what's interesting about the new weapon oils, right? So there's 20 minutes timer. She's gonna end up using that, but she's also wearing the Godbreaker boots, which means every time she gets damaged, it's actually going to increase the timer on that weapon kit. So this is going to go up every time she gets hit. And then when it wears off, the fact that she's wearing the Godbreaker boots and the mechanic where she doesn't do any durability damage to the weapon is actually going to heal that weapon right back up. So kind of an interesting mechanic in that way, if that makes sense. And there's definitely some ways that you could use it with a thrall. I'm still not sure on it. I think it's an interesting concept, and I don't know. Hopefully they will they'll work on it and develop it a little bit so that it becomes something that everybody likes, but we'll see. See who this guy is. You know what we ought to check? Well, how long it's been since you guys have been to the Well of Skelos. Is the dungeon in the volcano, but that guy used to die just by standing up out of his chair, and I wonder if they've fixed that in this patch. Do we take our thrall with us when we go? Heal her up. I think let's go do that. We're gonna go right up here to the volcano. We're gonna get right here. So once the yeah, so William, I'll come back to your question. Let me answer Nitty's question real quick here. So Nitty, the battle standards is what does the PvP. And yes, that is coming. It's fully implemented, and I actually just uploaded a video for that to my channel. So definitely go check that out. Hey, thanks, Multigun. I appreciate your feedback. Catch you later, buddy. So William, there's two parts to what I'm talking about. Oh, you haven't made it to the volcano yet? Maybe I should not show you this. Yeah, it could be a nasty place for thralls for sure. Little bit easier now. They've made some changes to lava and different things in the volcano, so. So I'm going to stop here because I'm having a hard time focusing and answering your questions. So the Godbreaker boots will make the timer for her oiled weapon last longer. She's never going to take enough damage to keep it whole, right? And she's also never going to take enough damage to make it go over what the timer originally was without dying. But it'll definitely elongate this timer, so 20 minutes definitely is not going to be 20 minutes. Now once that runs out, the timer runs out, it gets a durability bar. The durability will automatically stop on a thrall once it goes to durability because they do not damage their armor or their weapons. So if she's been taking hits like crazy, but if we take this off and look at it, it still has full durability, right? Now what the Godbreaker boots do is every time, they work just like the Nemedian helmet. If you have this or the Nemedian helmet on and you take damage, that means your hit points go down. What happens is you actually repair whatever's in your hand, okay? So a lot of people will kind of put those on and stand in front of a furnace and take damage so that they can repair their weapons. But if you put them on a thrall, so like what I do is I was running Blade of Adventure on myself, Blade of Adventure on my thrall, and so I would use the Blade of the Adventure, and then once it wore out or got close to wearing out, I'd just swap it with my thrall's weapon that she's been healing the entire time because she's wearing the Godbreaker boots. So hopefully that answers your question well there. Yeah, I'm down to PvP it up, Nitty. We can definitely get down and do that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm probably going to change my castle up in the Green North into a PvP arena. because I really don't use it for anything else, you know. So probably turn that into a PvP arena. So here's where the changes come into play, guys, for this stuff. So I'm in God mode, so I can run right through that. But watch my thrall. What runs right through it. Look at her health. Still only down about 1,200 hit points there. All of these guys came right through the lava as well. You know, they took damage, but they didn't insta-die. So that's the big. Yeah, that's the big change. Is it doesn't. Well, she's standing in it, and she died. She died because she stood in it, though. Took her a while standing in there. Take her stuff, though. I want all her junk. I don't know why, just so that I don't have to go and respawn it in. I just want to see if this final guy will just die the way that he used to. So yeah, the volcano's still a dangerous place for pets and thralls and whatnot. I certainly wasn't being careful with her, you know. But if you're careful, you can come all the way through here with a pet or a thrall if you really wanted to. You know, the funnest thing about God mode, though, is that I can use the Sword of Chrome, too. Because I've got no stamina cost right now, which is probably the funnest part of this. So I'm totally going to run Sword of Chrome at the moment. You never get to do it any other time. I really love that last swing. It's like you're hitting it out of the park, man. Like the home run swing. Yeah, man, this stuff, you know, I mean, this is test live, so obviously all this stuff I just spawned in just to kind of test and goof off, but a lot of this stuff's a serious grind to get, you know. It seems like those guys are more difficult than they used to be now that I'm thinking about it. Swinging a Sword of Chrome and just missed a couple of hits there, but yeah, maybe not. I don't know. I don't remember how hard these guys were before this, so. I got my headphones on, man, and that volume is way too loud in my headphones. I'm gonna need to turn that down. This is like blowing my ears out right now. Yeah, so sometimes, like, the Blade of the Adventurer is like the bane of my existence. Like, it's probably the hardest thing for me to get. We've got one guy on the server that seems to get him like every time he opens up a legendary chest, he pulls one. But Sword of Chrome I've been pretty lucky on, at least in the past. But I do a lot of boss farming, so if you're kind of doing that, if you can get yourself a good setup with a good thrall where you can just kind of farm those bosses, it's not that bad. You just kind of have to keep going at it. So I just want to see, and I would think if you do have the Godbreaker boots, you're probably pretty well into the game. You probably don't need my advice on it. I'm still such a noob with these controls, though. The keyboard and mouse, I'm so not used to it. But you know what'll happen? I'll get used to it, and then I'll start playing on the PS4 again, and be totally terrible on the PS4. Be like starting like a noob all over again. Other than the fact that I'm extremely hot, I could probably totally turn God mode off at this point. But I'd never be able to heal up, so... I think this dungeon needs a revamp. I think it needs to be more difficult than it is. Alright, so he's got the two guys spawn in the back, which means this is the last little bit of wraiths that'll send. I want to see. What's up? Oh, he died. Oh, so sad. I thought he was gonna actually make it. Oh yeah, I definitely think they're gonna add legendary weapons. Of all that stuff, yeah, for sure. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. You know, they've added a lot of legendary weapons recently. In the last couple of patches, you know, they did the whole Unnamed City revamp, and they added a bunch of legendary weapons there. And then, you know, the Warmaker dungeon added a bunch of weapons there, and I consider them legendary if you have to use a legendary repair kit to repair them, whether it's got you know, the purple marks around the outside edge or not, doesn't matter. But they added all of those there. Now the thing is, you know, the community kind of told Funcom real plain and simple, we don't want reskinned weapons, right? We don't want weapons that look the same that have a different name. You know, we want something totally fresh and totally new. So, you know, I think the fact that they've come out with two different weapon types is really cool. And then, I think as they progress here, they're going to try to not just throw out new legendary weapons with X, Y, and Z attributes that look like weapons that we already have, and that's really the big key. All right, we're gonna teleport out of here. To go here, I'll show you guys that that battle standard. Unfortunately, I don't have anybody that I can play with, so I haven't been able to actually test fighting. Yeah, so the only thing that I'm bummed about, here's that battle standard, PvP enabled. The only thing that I'm bummed about with kind of the new patch stuff is, like I said, they added this new stuff, right? So they've got the fencing, the reinforcement kit, and the master weapon fitting, right? Which is what I've got going on right here. But like, if you look at the stuff that's already in here, right? So if I wanted to change this to something else, you can't change it, right? Well, on my Blade of the Adventure, I've got the spiked weapon fitting. So if I want to use any of the new stuff, I can't do that unless I find a new one. And then the other thing that I was going to say about that, which I haven't covered in any video, is, let's say you have something with a kit already on it. So I've got, you know, an advanced kit here. I can't apply oil to it. So the oil is a standalone. Like, that's your, hey, I've got a weapon that I just want to be able to switch between, you know, really oil of agony and oil of penetration, because most people are not going to go with the balance, the bounty, or the concussion, right? They're going to do that specifically on blunted weapon. So I'm a little bit disappointed that you can't add the oil to something that's already modified, but at the same time I understand why you can't, because if you could, it would make it just tremendously overpowered, so they're just not gonna do it from the get-go. Hey, let's go see if, one of the things I've been wondering is if they're gonna take this Easter egg out of the game at some point. So let's go see if the Neebs door is still active.
Hello?
And it is.
Somebody out there? I hear someone out there. Help! Hey, get us out of here! Help! Listen, listen.
So maybe they're not gonna take it back out of the game. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, so the Sword of Crom was not, it wasn't buffed itself. So if I was to load up the test live right next to the live version, the Sword of Crom stats are absolutely going to be the same. What they did was the last big patch that they came out with, they gave the Thrall a stamina function, and what would happen was the Thrall would swing their weapon and then take like 5 steps back, right, while they regen their stamina. And what they've done with this patch is they've gotten rid of that stamina function. So the sword itself hasn't been changed, although that was the only weapon that there was a stamina effect on a Thrall. So it's just a kind of a mechanic changed with it. If you needed all that information, but that's what happened. Ooh, I learned to belly dance. Good. Kill these guys, and maybe we'll belly dance. Belly dance. Belly dance on their corpses in celebration, if I can remember how to do that on PC. Ooh, yeah. Belly dance. Let's see. How's it look when I do the vanity? Yeah, there we go. I wish we had the vanity in PS4. That would be cool. Oh, this guy wants to hurt me. Don't hurt me. I was just dancing on your buddies' corpses. Alright guys, well, I think this is probably long enough for testing. I gotta get some other things done today. I definitely will stream tomorrow. I'm thinking 11 a.m. Central, somewhere around that time. So if you guys want to swing by and check that out, that would be super cool. Come hang out with me. I am going to kill this rhino before I go, though, because I just want to see it fill up with air and fly. Yes! Alright. One more rhino, and then I'm gonna teleport back, and then I'm gonna get off for the night. Oh yeah, boy, bye. I wonder how far my stream is behind here. When you hear this message, type 1 in the chat. I'm gonna see how long it takes before that comes up. So when you hear me say this, type 1. Ooh. I had to start a stopwatch, so Oh, you know what? I have never seen those chests right there. How hard it's going to be to get up to. How do I let go in PS or in Xbox or freaking PC? Oh, there it is. Nice. Nothing worth it. Not worth the climb. I think there's a pretty long delay. Wonder if I refresh the chat. I haven't live streamed in probably 7 years, guys. It's been a long time since I've live streamed. the great comeback video, great comeback live stream. Hanging out, checking settings. Go watch my dancer. Leah Neely, she's nice. Probably the best looking dancer in the game. I think my chat is way behind. Or the stream is way behind live, which is chat. Oop. Alright guys, well, I appreciate you coming out, hanging out with me. I'm gonna jump off here and go get some stuff done, in real life stuff, whatnot. I appreciate all the help, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow in the actual live stream. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing, whether it be test live or just playing or whatever, but I'm gonna try to start live streaming on a semi-regular basis. So thanks again, everybody that came out, helped out. Talk to you later. See ya.